Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the final map, Coastal, between these two great teams, Lux versus German Flowerhouse. And it's going to be an interesting one. We're just going to have a knife and we're going to just talk about what's going to happen. So what's your thoughts on this last map?
Yeah, we saw each team take the other's map picks 16-14, super close, so this should be an interesting decider for certain. Obviously, yeah, this decider, so neither of them picked it, so it'll be interesting to see who will have the upper hand. So we do see a close knife round here, but it looks like Lux is going to take it. And probably start on that defensive side.
You can technically say Lux picked it, because they get to ban the last two maps.
Oh, is that it? Okay, well perhaps Lux have the advantage, but...
Or disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, true, seeing as today we've watched, 5 maps now, and everyone's lost their pick, so...
Yep.
So we do see, we actually see German Flowerhouse go for 3 smokes, 3 grease guns, so I'd imagine that's a B push from that many smokes, to be honest, but we'll see which way they decide to go. All ranged weapons with the exception of a shotgun and mastermind for the other side. Yeah, they will be angry for that B push. We're going to be on the F and Zlatan, the French combo for Luxgaming, see if they can hold off this push, as they do make themselves known in B Garden. Begin to execute on the site. Those smokes are going to be very useful.
It will be.
Well, in fact, I think all smokes already used, so that's their final smoke out now. Used 2 on middle, which is interesting on a B push on an eco round, but I guess it did stop the defensive side rotating quickly, as the F does take first contact, picking up Felser, forward frag. Zuma chiming in, helping along Zlatan as well. Wow, and clean round.
Yeah. Zlatan and the F both getting double kills to Suma. Getting 1, which was the second kill on B site. And not a single frag for the allies.
Yeah, I do wonder about the effectiveness of grease gun in general for those first rounds. I think more teams increasingly are starting to see it, that you just can't afford to have 3 of them because they just can't get their work done necessarily against those Gavers at range, even medium range.
So I see. But into this round, we see 1 MP44 shotgun still on the hands of Mastermind, and still 3 Goers. 2 players hang grease guns as backup. It seems like it's going to be an A play and delete up. Looks like he's got some information of that fact. Let's retreat into the A site. Both Mastermind just covering the stairs. Interesting to see how they're going to play this. Do have Fails up close, but he has these grease guns, and Mastermind will spot 1 player, tags him up quite a bit, but he's not going to get the frag, and that's the same with Fluffy getting tagged up. Finally, frags coming in for Suma and Mastermind working together to get those frags on Allfater and Fluffy, making it a 5 versus 3. Those bombs down, just leaving Felser alone. His life is short.
Very convincing start here from Luxgaming. Starting to be worried if I was German Flowerhouse, they need to get a handle on this game. We've seen them with a strong start on that first map, obviously, but they haven't really lived up to that since then. They're a very good performance on the last map for certain.
Yep, Luxgaming has slowly been getting their stride along. Even in the last map, though, they nearly lost it at the end, just getting that last round. These games have been very, very close, and I don't expect this one to be as close.
4 nades picks up on the defensive side. Interesting that Mastermind didn't opt one with 5 coins in his pocket, but at least he gets that information on the coastal push and is going to move back into A. So 3 players on the A site will remain, expecting them to commit. And we're not seeing German Flowerhouse do their rotates this time around, so Zuma picks up an easy nade frag, and they will continue to press on. Difference of strategy compared to their last one on Manor House.
Yes. There's back A, and they will be able to take down Suma. First, using that grease gun to its full potential. Just 1 kill. And he has picked up an SCG, which he's favored instead, but there's still 2 players on the A site. This one's that 1 player at a headshot angle. Connect up. Guys are trying to take him out, but unable to find the mark. And the last player has rotated. Well, this has been quite a messy round from both sides. Unable to find shots to kill, but the F finally changing that back, taking Fluffy out, and Jankru does take the F back, so still 3 versus 3. The 3 versus 2 since Sasan finds Felser, deceiving the lead up. And must be late. And so his push just drop. That's must make it out quickly, leaving Jankru alone. Not much to do. Maybe Django won't even expect this last play here, and he doesn't. And that's going to be the third round one for Luxgaming.
Another good round from Zlatan here, starting off the half on 5-0. With the F just behind him on 4-1, so the two Frenchmen leading the way for Luxgaming. Meanwhile, not looking so good on German Flowerhouse. None of them starting to get traction in this game so far. But they will go for their first full buy. Scope on Failser, Garand on Allvator, and an SMG on Jangru with lots of utility to work with.
Yes, plenty of utility, which is important on a map like this because this is quite like a pugging map style, as most players say. And Failser actually opening things up, taking down Asuma. That's a good start from him. And it's like that nade from Django. Where did that even come from?
And this is what they needed, two relatively easy entry frags to start off their half in full as they will angle towards that B site. There is potential for Zlatan to be a bit of a spanner of the works here as he's close to that garden area. Will pick up one, will he retreat? Smartly does so. 3 versus 3, very winnable here for Luxgaming.
But the same can be said for German Flowerhouse. Failser still has that scope in hand, try and do some bits with. It's Fluffy. It's close to Mastermind. And if Mastermind prones, he might be able to spot in this position, but it's Failser who takes him out. And that just leaves Zlatan, the F. Instead, Zlatan creeping up behind, and he might be able to catch some players off guard here.
If you want any two people alive right now, it probably is these two. They've been playing really well so far. Oh, but Failser, nice shot onto Zlatan. And the F probably going to consider a save here, I'd imagine. Only 4 coins in the bank, but he is looking to try and commit. Get that pick onto the site. No success. So, first round on the board for German Flowerhouse as they look to get into this side on Coastal.
Really great picks there from Failser. Gets himself an SCG in his back pocket as well as the scope, and the economy for Luxgaming not looking too good apart from Mastermind with 5 tokens. It's like forcing into this. Again, no nade from Mastermind. He's sticking with shotgun, playing on A side. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's interesting. He's sort of acting like the bank of his team, which I think is really good to see. But, you know, obviously with his nade strats, you would have thought he'd be more confident to take them himself. But good to see a bit of a responsible economy from Luxgaming. They will go for that B stack, which I do quite like. 4 Gavers trying to get those picks, and they've made the correct call. But will German Flowerhouse notice and go for that rotate? Potential here for the F to do some damage as well. He's pushed right up onto yellow. Allvator is aware of the possibility if he does push out, but equally he can go top yellow. Joshua might have heard him because they're very certain that someone is close yellow. Fluffy with a good nade frag as well. Further hampering that defensive side. We'll leave that guy in yellow. Whether they have the information or not. Delita on the stairs, spamming away. Spending ammunition like mad, but no tags for his fruits of his labour. Does take down one. F and Zlatan chiming in as well. Failser with a return flag, so it's 2 versus 3 now, but not a lot of time left. As it's now evened out to... Oh no. Very nicely played from the Frenchman. The F picking up 3 and Zlatan picking up 1 himself.
Very good round from Luxgaming, keeping their lead, and they destroyed the economy of the Allies now. 4-1. The economy able to grow just slightly, able to get the weapons which they need. Zuma probably gonna pick up a weapon. He's been given 2 tanks, so I don't know what he's gonna pick up. He's picked up the car. Mastermind, no shotgun for him.
But no nades still acting as the banks. I don't know where that's the decision he's taken, but yeah, 2 nades on defense side, both on B. So he gets information on the 1 player at Coastal again. Getting that free information quite a lot might be an opportunity for Failser to beat that in future. Now, as that broken push does not succeed, Zlatan and Mastermind getting kills of their own, with Failser only getting 1 in return. 2 on A side, 2 on B here for the defending team. As the attackers look a little bit lost in mid with their grease guns and default guns, etc.
Yeah, but maybe Failser can do something towards this, they say. Maybe he calls a fake and some over rotations. So his teammates go towards B, maybe. He's going towards back A, which Zuma is holding with a car, and he will get the headshot onto him. Quite surprising. And it does seem like Delita's on the hunt for him, and he will get Felza. It was a crutch, and Mossman taking out Django, just leaving Joshua left in a 1 versus 3. He will be shortly dispatched 5-1. And Luxgaming looking in their element.
Yeah, indeed. And, you know, German Flowerhouse trying for that broken push with a couple of grease guns, relying on getting that entry and just getting through it. But sadly, we'll hit a wall of resistance and just end up being a bit lost in middle, as I said. Seeing the 4 nade pick up on the defensive side here against the eco of German Flowerhouse with only 1 default and a couple of smokes to play with.
Talking about nades, Mossman, he's picked himself up a nade and still got the weapon which he had in the previous round. On the other side, grease gun, so it's going to be an eco rush B by looks things. Question is, will it work? Zlatan uses his random nades, I presume. Take out 2 more players, and that's going to pretty much stop this attack. Don't really see them coming out of this, but Felsa does make it a little bit more competitive. It does take out the leader, but he will shortly buff out the F. 4 versus 2. Joshua does take out the F and start pushing on site, but quickly Mastermind and Zlatan take out the last remaining 2 players, giving them the 6th round in this half, and it's looking quite one-sided.
Yeah, indeed. I think a timeout would be a good idea here for German Flowerhouse, if they so decide, but they have got good economy to play with, so they might decide to just try and take this one as they go, as Felza picks up this sniper, and everyone else picks up the guns of their choice with plenty of utility to work with. Lots of nades on the defense side again, quite cautious with their economy, but yeah, this is an important round for both sides. It will probably dictate the half as we go forward. 6-1 currently in favour of Luxgaming.
Felza, like you said, has picked up the scope. And probably wants to try and find an opening somewhere. Unable to find any in mid, and has been able to get onto the site with F. With an SCG. We are favouring this B bomb site though. So the 2 players pushing into yellow, clearing out all the angles since they are aware that play could be there, but that's not the case this round. Doesn't look too confident, but they do take out the F. That's the only player on the bomb site. They do have Mastermind up and stairs, lining up a nade by looks things. Zelita and Connector House. Watching top yellow. This Delita finds the opening kill, taking out Joshua, making it 4 versus 4. Nate does come in, but Fluffy takes out Zlatan on the opposite side on the map. That's actually, of course, they decide to rotate back, but Delita and Mastermind both sticking towards B, and I think Mastermind just released his nade. No one dies, and actually Mastermind able to get that frag onto the planter. Django does get a trade. Zoom up, gets one for himself, making it 2 versus 2. Delita now. Pete unable to get the frag onto the planter. Only attack, but Azuma gets it, stopping the bomb plant, and that's round 1 for Luxgaming, and even Azuma's confident enough to get the frag.
Yeah, really nice 3K at the end by Zuma to finish off the round. 7-1, ringing bells about the first map as well, when German Flowerhouse in the same position, and if that's anything to go by, perhaps Luxgaming can get back into it. Obviously that logic probably not the strongest, but you know, we've seen everyone lose their map picks today, so who knows. As German Flowerhouse buying into defaults all round, whereas Luxgaming, couple of cars, Thompson's in the back pocket, and nades to work with.
Seem like they are going for quite a bit of a split. One player towards the coast who's going to be dispatched by Zuma. Mastermind even finding Bowser, making it 5 versus 3. Zuma going once more. Playing so well, hitting his shots. Now it's all up to Fluffy and Django. Not much they can do here. It's a nice shot onto the F. Unable to find the shot onto Zlatan though. Gonna keep it at 2 versus 4. And there's not really much they can do here. Bombs lost as well. Mastermind going for one of his nades once more. It's not going to hit anyone. Zuma low. That car has been just hitting so many shots. On his third already. Just leaves Jankru left alone.
Yeah, I think if they're going to call timeout, now is the time. They really need to get back into this half. They have a hope of winning the map. 8-1 down. Definitely a change of thought required.
(8-1). Quite a decisive lead for Luxgaming. Probably the favourites for most people, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree. Well, German Flowerhouse, you know, the day before when they were TBA were playing quite well, and they have been online for a little bit. So, you know, I think people rate them. People are unsure how Luxgaming will perform, but they're certainly disproving anyone who had doubts about them.
Definitely.
And yeah, wondering what the mental state of German Flowerhouse is currently right now, because they seem just a bit stuck in a rut. Sort of spreading out right now, 2 towards A and mid and 3 towards B, seeing what they can get done.
That's the type of mental battles you get after playing 2 close games, losing 1 and winning 1.
And Azuma with a really nice pick there from the connector house onto Felser with a scope. The F chimes in as well.
Ooh.
Looks like they're going to have to go A just because they have no other option now. Jankaru and Joshua left all alone.
Bomb at least. And Jankru does take out Mastermind, but there's still Delito who gets a 2k for his troubles. And that's going to be the 9th round. These rounds have been very, very one-sided.
Yeah, and interestingly as well, you've had the Fs, Latan, Uzuma, and Mastermind, and even Delita as well, all performing really well right now. No one not stepping up to the plate. Meanwhile, on the defensive, on the attacking side, sorry, Allvator yet to get a frag going into the 11th round, which is definitely playing on his mind. And 3 of his other teammates, 5 kills or below.
And that's going to play on the minds of his teammates. Latan takes out Bowser. He's been one of the players stepping up for his team. But looking too good at the start of this. Has managed to make it to Sniper. Zuma missing a shot. Quite uncharacteristic of him. One player to get into bomb yellow, but that's going to play on the mind of the F now. Zuma just trying to shoot through smoke, and he gets Jangaru. Nice shot from him. Deletes up, chiming in for one for himself. F does fall on sight. There's a 4 versus 2 once more. It's not looking good again for German Flowerhouse.
But on a positive note, Allvater is now on the scoreboard, so at least he's got that out of the way. Though he is about to get picked off by Zlatan here. Leaving Joshua alone on this B site. Bomb out in the open, sort of irretrievable. Uzuma in a good position to peek it if necessary. And Mastermind sitting there with the set nade for the bomb. Looks unlikely. 10-1. Wouldn't have predicted this after the previous 2 maps going 16-14, but quite decisive so far for Luxgaming.
Yep.
And they will cause a pause. Better late than never, I suppose, but at 10-1, only got 4 rounds to potentially get, so it is really going to limit the impact of that timeout. Joshua. Yeah, economic damage, taking a car out of their hands. Always nice.
Especially Azuma, he's been pretty good so far in the last few rounds. Hit quite a few shots, stopping any pushes towards the B site. And Joshua will be able to keep STG in hand as well. Looking into this pause, what would you say allies need to do?
I think more composure and just like have more decisiveness. Right now they're splitting quite a lot. When they have gone for a push, it's usually been some sort of like B. They did that one mid push on Eco, which clearly didn't work. I don't know. I'm out of suggestions for them. I think the way they're playing right now currently isn't working. So perhaps a fast B, fast A, anything to try and change the pace of the game and get them out of the rut they're in. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's suppose the fact that Luxgaming just seem to hit their shots compared to German Flowerhouse.
And I guess it'd be nice for them as well if Zlatan, the F and Uzuma didn't get an entry frag every round.
Exactly, maybe wait for nades or trying a different approach. So yeah, I've used a slow approach on other maps. May try and incorporate that into this one, since that's what they work best with. But we are seeing Felser pick up a scope. Seem to have some sort of game plan. 5 smokes to play with.
It is an expensive investment though, that hasn't yielded results so far. When you've only got one round the board and you've been buying into Springfields the whole time, it should make you question whether that's the best idea, but nonetheless, they do have 5 smokes to work with.
But you have to also see that the round which they open, I think he got a 3K with the scope, as well as the fact that he's also top fragging on his team, which isn't saying much since it's only 8, but...
I was going to say, yeah, I think top fragging when you're 8 for 10 is of limited value, but yes, indeed. It's just not getting the results. And really good smokes from the defensive side, I feel, right now, really making sure that the attackers struggle to get any map control.
All faked up. Managed to get into top red. Delisa does spot out one player, which is also with that scope. Both missing their shots. And another play on his mind.
Oh, nice shot by Orvator though. Picking off Uzuma, important frag considering how he's playing right now, but he will overextend and get taken down by Zlatan in sort of an obvious peak there.
Yeah, but it does seem like they're going back towards the B side now, and Zlatan, this rotation is going to help the defense quite a bit, and they still have the F in that L position. It's so good, but Zlatan going up onto the boxes, allowing Felser to get that opening. Jankro also chiming in, taking out the F, and that's B side control for German Firefighter.
Yeah, it seemed like they had more of a game plan there. Yeah, good to see. But even if they do win these rounds now, 5-10, it's going to be tough to come back from. But nonetheless, we see Delita and Mastermind potentially going for a save here, opting not to try and give them those cars, and give them even more fuel to add to the fire for the next 3 rounds.
Exactly, but if you're Luxgaming, you won't feel confident. 10-2, 3 more rounds left, and you still... Actually, they don't have any economy here. Just notice that 3 players which died had 0 tokens going into this. And they will only get 1 token for the loss bonus. Despite winning so many rounds, because I think Allies won the first round?
Potentially, yeah. I can't remember exactly, but either way, the price of those cars catching up with them, it seems.
I see. The Allies looking more favourable going into these last few rounds. They could manage to get the 5 that they can maximum get. Interesting what they can do here. Seems like they're 3 players going to be actually 2 towards mids, and Bowser getting the opening kill again with that scope. Proving to be quite an investment. Mastermind though. One for his own. Is that through smoke as well?
Potentially, yeah. And yeah, a bit of an overpeak from Uzuma there, getting a bit confident. Phil's been watching that every round and it finally pays off. So there is a heavy leaning towards the A and middle site from the defenders right now. Just Delita alone on B. He is top yellow. Could potentially get spotted by Jangru here if he does lean up from behind that market stall. Joshua is thinking about potentially taking that bomb B, so Delita could really be quite decisive. Holding a bit more passive now, probably going to wait until he has more sound cues to play off. But no sign of a rotate from the A players. And as I say that, the F considers it, sees player T, commits to staying. Delita does get that frag on Janguru. Joshua, alone with the bomb, is going to be thinking probably how to get out of there.
Yeah, that was an important frag, but still 3 players towards B, and if Thanos had got that shot off, which he didn't, Mastermind quicker to the trigger. That's the 2nd kill for him, and he's on the 3rd. Taking out Orvator, and Delita can shop up 11-2.
Yeah, really nice 3k from Mastermind there. And 2 important frags from Delita as well, denying them that possibility for a rotate, trapping them in T so Mastermind can clean up.
And those saved guns proved important.
Yeah, definitely. And even with that weakened economy, still managed to get something done. And now they're heavily investing in utility, trying to make sure the allies can't get back in. And they have absolutely nothing. 5 smokes, 4 grease guns, and a Thompson. This is a dream buy if ever I've seen one. I'm not too sure what they have in plan, but we're going to see a fast push of some sort.
They're towards B.
Yeah, full B.
Well, that's like they're aware of it. Luxgaming and Delita getting a 2k from a nade itself. Wolfater pushing up the site. Doesn't have the greatest of games. But he gets the head of one of the players, but I need to get the frag, but he will be able to take down the F. There's still Zlatan in L position. Felser knows this. Trying to get into it, but it's Wolfeito goes down to the lead with the flank. Now Felser's stuck on site. Does manage to take down one, but there's still Zlatan in L, as well as Mastermind. That's going to be 12-2 in favor for Luxgaming.
Yeah, and the players on Luxgaming ranging between 11 and 15 kills, all really quite even. 15 for 4, Zlatan leading the way. And as I said, Wolfeito struggling alongside Fluffy on the attacking side to get stuff done. But 1 round left. I suppose if this was Nuke in CS, they'd be happy with 3 on Terrorist in the old version. But
Yeah.
sadly, not so one-sided in this major update 2 for Battalion. So I would not be betting on them anytime soon.
No, but you have to say one thing is, why did they not pick Coastal for their first map?
Indeed.
Possibly seeing a 2-0, but Mastermind not able to find anything, and it's actually fails up, gets a headshot onto Zlatan. Nice shot from him. Gives his team an advantage. In the neck, did you see that stream up? I didn't, but the F gets the head instead, taking out Jankaroo and Wolfeito. So frag back, still an advantage for the German Flowerhouse. The F now goes down to fail, so Fuzzer's playing so well right now.
Yeah, how did he win that battle? That was a tough one, but yeah, now they have full map control. Azuma and Mastermind stuck in this A site, but last round, nothing to lose. Azuma's trying to take that fight, and the guys in the middle. They do have the bomb there, so there is potential for the bomb to be dropped, and he does pick up on Joshua. Mastermind, important frag. And he's got Fluffy as well. Wow, easily 1 round has fallen apart by that bomb being taken the wrong way. Mastermind gets a 3rd as well. Potential for a 4th here, but Felser does pick up the bomb, slow things down, and try and get that plant to be sensible, get their 3rd round on the board. But Mastermind's relocated, spotted him out. 10 seconds, he has to commit to that plant. And Mastermind gets the 4K. What a round.
Mastermind, absolutely insane shots at the end there. Are we going to get a replay?
Actually, that was an ace. In fact, he got the entry as well.
No, it's 4K. Unfortunately, we won't get a replay. But it was indeed a 4K since the F got one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I was going to say, how did I miss that? But yeah, what a play.
What a play. That 3rd kill with the SAR switching to it. Absolutely insane, but also dropping a bomb so important. And going into 13-2. Not looking good for the German Flowerhouse. And if they lose this 1st round, I would say it's game over.
Indeed, but not too sure about this shotgun buy from Deleter on attack. Not seen someone do that in a while, so see how this pays off. He'll be clearing bottom red, it seems, as they push towards the A site.
I think 1-2-3 did it yesterday, yeah.
On attack?
Mm.
Interesting. Well, we'll see if it pays off for Deleter here. Quite the economic investment when you consider the grease guns. Potentially useful in clearing out A site, and he proves it so. A site cleared. An easy plant given that shotgun, proving its value.
Despite the fact that he can defend it really well. The F-float does fall by hands of Wolfeito. And Joshua taking out Zlatan, but Mastermind finding one himself, and the movement god here, Deleter covering his teammates back. Azuma will fall in the end, but Deleter again with that shotgun. The investment paying off, 3K for him and bomb plant. Just leaving Joshua left alone at 1 versus 2. And Deleter probably gonna get this frag. It's out the window. Are we still on site? It's out the window, and Mossman will fall to a headshot. Leaving Deleter left. A shot at the plate. Misses the 1st shot. Unable to get a 2nd. The knife from Joshua. I think he just got the defuse just in time.
Wow, what an upset. I was about to say how much value Deleter had delivered with that shotgun, but wow, what a play by Joshua to take that round back, and that was definitely needed to keep them in this game.
Definitely. What a round. Deleter managed to get a 3K with a shotgun. Ropes up sight, and then Joshua just comes back in. Mastermind, maybe he should have stayed on site with his teammate. Maybe.
Possibly, but I don't think any way that the shotgun should be losing to that knife, but falling victim to that rate of fire nerf. And Anyway, we'll see the attacking side opt for that B play now. Delita does have an M1 ground, so they've got good economy as a result of that bomb plant. And they'll be fully investing it in this round, trying to end it quick. With just Joshua all alone this B side with a Gaver to get things done. Fluffy picks up Izuma and the F as well. He's further back, out of range distance, picking up some great shots here. And a third as well, picking up Zlatan. It's all falling apart here as a courtesy of Fluffy's Gaver. What a shot.
Definitely. Go up, paying off from that long range. And he's falling back, just aiming in 2 versus 4. Just trying not to create any more space, and should be able to get Mastermind. Mastermind just barely surviving for the time being. Then push back towards the B site. It's gonna go for a plant. I think it's coming, but there's gonna be a nade coming through.
Yeah, really smart decision for that economic benefit. Actually pretty unchallenged here. Defenders taking their time. Mastermind relocating in the meantime to a better position for his plant.
I don't know where these attackers are right now. And you see the bomb plant going and work onto it. You see Delita pushing up. Stop one player. Can't get the second. Mastermind, look, just a little bit too late. Maybe a second earlier could have stopped that diffuser. But German Flowerhouse will be able to get the diffuse in play. 13-4.
Yeah, and showing they're still in it to win it, not giving up. And it was actually some of the players who have been struggling on the other side, really picking up now with Fluffy, Elevator and Jangru getting more frags as they continue to strive forward in this half and try and retain something from it. Bear in mind there is a major qualifier spot on the line for this game. This is the final map, so everything's to play for.
So I say,
very
chance to grab some money from the 50k. Imagine that, winning 50k. Obviously, the first place don't get 50k. They probably get around about 35k, I would guess.
A nice bonus for the year.
Exactly. Mastermind getting the first frag on his attack, going through smoke as well with the Thompson. Good start from him, and he might be able to get Joshua here. He's not too careful, and he will be able to get Fluffy. Thought it was Joshua, my bad. Joshua's up in stairs. And they got a bomb down. Good post-bomb position. Have the lead up. Top red, stopping this player from rotating, but it's Yev. Takes down Joshua in the end. Zuma takes out Veza, just leaving all Beta alone. Wondering what happened to his teammates.
And Mastermind here, 19 for 5, leading the way. As I said, all their team doing quite well. And German Flowerhouse have got back into it, but you know, maybe a little too late. So we are going to see 14-4 scoreline, so only 2 rounds to go for Luxgaming to make it to the major.
What game it has been. First 2 games have been pretty close, but this one quite a whitewash. But the German Flower base hasn't gone out without a fight. All afraid to though. Man lost his gun. It's gonna cause some problems for this Axis to try and do anything with this, but they have to force.
Yeah, it must feel awful forcing with just a handful of coins between them all. Whereas the attacking side, almost full utility. 4 Thompsons and a Grand. They're looking to finish this quickly, possibly with a full fast B strat.
Possibly. Delita looking to maybe go in the same position as he was in the previous round, but this is 5 Fluffy. And a new coastal house, but the house. Mastermind gonna get his nade kills. Pushing up on the side. Zlatan gets Fluffy, but he gets traded out by Jangru. Jangru needs to be careful of Mastermind right now. Creeping, and he will be able to get him. And he won't get punished for it either. Delita punishes all Vato, just leaving Felza. And this was a match point. Felza, 1 versus 4.
They have left the site open, and depending on the location of the plant. Oh, if only it had smoke. Felt a ninja diffuse coming on there, but yeah, as it stands, he's really going to struggle to prevent match point being won by Luxgaming. He is playing a bit smart. Almost got spotted out there. And we'll see if they go for the hunt here. They're leaving the site. Potential fails there to secure this diffuse. Surely not.
I can think Felser knows though, but he needs to start going inside now. There is the leader, and it is planned for him, so he will be able to spot this out and get the frag. Match point for Luxgaming. This is the chance for them to make it to the major in Amsterdam.
And yeah, German Flowerhouse, limited economy to be generous. Maximum 3 coins on their side. Meanwhile, Luxgaming, full utility, the same buy as last round, 4 Thompsons and a grand, not changing anything that's working. They're going to keep applying pressure to that B site.
Exactly. What's the point of changing what you're doing when it's been working so well? Anyways, I'm just trying to search flame. That's what it feels like. German Flowerhouse just trying to find just some sort of openings, but at the moment, this attack has been fruitless, and they've already got B-side control pretty much. Just one player, which is Joshua up in stairs, which he will get backed up by Jankaroo. And they got this truck control already.
Yeah, the F's now going to have so much information. Call to his team that L-Ben's clear, but Jankaroo, Joshua and all 3 chiming in with quick frags. 2 versus 5 now, deleting the F, wondering what's happened. Very little they can do here as the F will pick up 1. Probably expecting Jankaroo on site as well, but not trying his luck. Going around the front of tank.
He's up, trying
to up as well, but it's going to be a little too late. 1 versus 3.
Yeah, but he could get a 1 plan, which could help his team's economy, because the economy isn't looking too good for Vex despite that. Maybe faking it 3 times wasn't the best idea, as he will be dispatched by Nade. And that'll be 15-5. And the Axes will need to find 10 rounds in a row from now on. I think that's a tall order.
Yeah, 10 rounds in a row and then 4 afterwards. It's yeah, they set themselves up.
And if I was Luxgaming, I probably wouldn't have forced.
Yeah, they are keen to end it, aren't they? No nades to speak of. 4 smokes, a smattering of Thompsons alongside the default guns. They are trying something different, going towards that A site. Trying to apply pressure elsewhere and catch the defenders off guard. Felser will be the first to take contact and gets a nice headshot onto Mastermind on Coastal. And they will get the information that is not the usual full B. And as we see Jankaroo rotate round to support his teammates on A. Zlatan moving away with a bomb. Him and Delita considering moving towards B. The F as well. Now we're going to struggle to get that bomb across under the sights of Ulvator. And Jankaroo as he heads back towards B with that information that they are going to go for the rotate. And Ulvator picks up another frag. Falling apart here, the attacking side. And as you said, probably due to that reason that they forced in prematurely.
There was no need to force in, especially when you have 10 rounds in the back pocket. You could have ecoed 1 or 2 rounds, get all the weaponry which you want, scopes, ammo grands, all the nades. But instead they forced in, and now they're in a 2 versus 4 situation where they will have to eco, despite the fact Ulvator finding Insuma. He's stepping up big, Ulvator now. He's on 11 kills. He's overpassed 2 of his teammates, and he was 0 kills on the 11th round.
You wonder how this game would have gone if they'd started Axis, to be fair. Got a bit more momentum on their attacking side, but nonetheless, here we are. The first round claimed of the 10 they need to take it to overtime. The economy in an alright spot, and by contrast, Luxgaming have really spent themselves dry almost.
Very much. And like I said, Luxgaming, you don't need to buy, so just eco. You can full eco, it doesn't matter. If it does get carbine and some of getting a smoke. Felser has picked up a scope for himself now.
But a 9 coin save coming in from Luxgaming, so they are taking your advice to hand.
Yeah. Maybe
they will go for this fast B push. Interesting to see how this plays out, because they are going to be slow on B. Joshua throws out his stop nade. Hopefully that will get some tags at least, given the information. No such luck. He goes into B site unaware that the fast push is coming in. Picks up 1 and a second as well. Great defense here as they continue to stick. And the 3rd as well. But have they got the plant down? Zlatan moves off it. All alone now. 1 versus 4. Two kills, not bad economic damage, but with 110 on the clock and a grease gun in hand, he's really going to struggle to make more of this situation. Let's get that STG. If he could pick up Elevator here as he comes down garden, it would even the odds considerably. As Elevator makes his presence known. Fence really worrying about giving anything away here.
Slatan gonna have some sort of opening to finish this game like this. And 1 versus 3. We'll have to ace it to clutch it, but 35 seconds is looking very unlikely at this point. But if you can get this player at statue, you can have a clear road towards A. No one on his team really in a position to help him. But one player has started to rotate, and that's Elevator. He's gonna get the 4th kill. Of course, Deleter killed his own teammate. Mastermind. Was it Mastermind that killed Deleter? I can't remember.
It was Joshua who killed Deleter.
So Deleter killed Mastermind then.
Oh yeah, he did. I completely missed that. Wow. Not the best, but nonetheless, they'll be buying into this round now with four SMGs and M1 Garand consistent with their strats here. See fire pressure that B site. The trends are even slower on B this time. With Joshua only now getting his L bend. Still, they're only playing that one person on the B site. Fluffy holding more of a ranged stance, but it does work out as he picks up Zlatan and gets that information. There's at least one working towards that B site. Felzer and Elevator start to rotate away from A.
And Nate, good enough from Mastermind to dispatch Joshua. And I'm going to get the bomb down in a 4 versus 4. Despite Mastermind killed by Nate himself.
Only milliseconds after the plant went down, but just enough to swing the round in favour of the Allied side. As long as they can hold this, the F in a good spot here. But has he been spotted out by Fluffy? I think he has. Fluffy's going to come around the corner. Take it to a 4v2.
I wonder if Elevator's aware of the
Oh
leader
no,
position.
Fluffy doesn't check it. And he gets picked off. Elevator does take the leader, as you said.
Just leaves Asuma now. 1 versus 3. Bomb is blind, and I don't think the players realise where it's blinded for, but Elevator managed to take down Azuma. That's going to be 15-8. Slowly bringing this back from the depths.
Bomb defused.
They did manage to get the plant down, allies, so they could go back and buy into the next round, but like I said, I would rather eco get as much as you can, because assuming he spent all of his tokens just on M1 Grand. I want to have all the utility, because you do have some rounds in the back pocket to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is interesting they're choosing to just keep applying force where they've been applying it, even though, Fluffy's been getting those excellent range frags. We're not seeing any counter nades going in towards his position. Any adaptation, really. I think perhaps Luxgaming are getting a bit complacent here. And if there was a comeback, it would be most impressive indeed, and it would be Lux's games to lose.
Exactly. Especially since it was a 15-5 lead. Now it's 15-8. Still 7 rounds in front. In their back pocket, but the way that German base has been playing with Joshua on site, able to get 2k, he's looking to get the 3rd. And Zoom and deletes him out the server. Now we've got B-side control, but it's still a 3 versus 4. Joshua has done the damage which is needed. Fake does come in. So they can get the partners on Bates.
Bomb planted.
Buffy. Out the F, just seeing with Zlatan and Zuma left in a 2 versus 4. They have got bomb down, but not looking too great. Actually, since Zlatan's been taken up by Funk, just leaving Zuma in dark. Chance one player, but fails up. Quick scope, good enough for him. And that's going to be the 9th round for. What's his name?
German Flowerhouse.
Flowerhouse.
Really impressive retakes here coming from the name side. And yeah, really bringing it back 5 in a row. That's half the way there.
Exactly. Almost. 15-9. And they're saying they're forcing once again Well, they do have the money, but they don't really have the utility. 4 smokes, 1 nade. I'd rather see them all have smokes and nades. Because it's been so good with them.
We'll see if they can get something of this round. If not, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result comes to mind. So perhaps they'll need to take a timeout to figure out what they want to do. Change of pace, but for now, going with their default B push. Straight into yellow. Really much more decisive this time around. It will be Joshua again, who's forced to back off the site. So much improved result for the Allied side. As they will now try to fake out those bomb nades.
Especially since Joshua has been so good at getting a double kill most of the time. Fluffy, can you take out the planter this time?
And interesting, that nade actually fell the other side of the bomb, so Pat Fluffy expected that to be planted their side, but nevertheless the bomb does go down. 5 versus 4 retake for German Flowerhouse.
Round could go either way. There are 5 people, but the thing is you can't say they have to go for this. Zuma and F still have smokes, and F in the fight takes out Jankro, making it 4 versus 4. 2 players pushed onto site, and Delete and EF taking them out. Still have Vader and Felser pushing up, and they both get kills. Making it a 2 versus 2 now. Felser's hunting, but he will fall to the hands of the F, just leaving Vader now. He struggled in the first half. He needs to save his team now, and he doesn't, and that's the game over. Luxgaming are your winners, and they will be going to the major alongside Bot 123 in this week's qualifier. What a